Hey everyone, welcome to Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Now in this video, I'm going to discuss the question of whether or not Michael Myers needs to die in Halloween Ends. Is it an expectation from us as fans that he dies, or is it acceptable in the fandom that he survives in this final film in the David Gordon Green trilogy? We'll explore this in detail and also review an article that suggests his death must happen in this finale. Let's go! So before I give my thoughts on this, I want to share an article published on Collider that has some pretty strong statements in it. Now the headline reads, "Why Michael Myers Must Die for the Halloween Trilogy to Have Been Worth It. Evil Has to Die in the End." And the article goes on to say, "Where Halloween Kills feels like an incomplete film, Halloween Ends promises us resolution in the title. The only acceptable outcome is that this iteration of Michael Myers must finally die. There can't be any tricks, no fake outs, no empty streets or eyes opening in the final shot, no ambulance driver revealed to be wearing the mask. Myers must die. The mask has to come off. If he doesn't, then what has been the point of bringing Jamie Lee Curtis back? If she returned to get rid of the bitter taste in her mouth that came from the debacle known as Halloween Resurrection, which saw Myers live after Laurie had supposedly killed him in Halloween H2O, then won't another trick ending just repeat the same sins?" And the last part of the article that I'm going to read, and then I'm going to get into my thoughts, says that the bigger theme to Halloween Ends seems to speak to trauma again, about evil being defeated when all hope is lost. The only way to move past any sort of trauma is for there to be resolution. Myers has to die for Laurie to rest, for her granddaughter to rest, and for the whole town of Haddonfield to move on. That might mean Laurie has to die with him. It wouldn't be the first time. Her character has already been killed off twice. It would be more impactful to see her live this time and have a great chance at happiness. But either way, the boogeyman must take his final breath. All right, guys, now listen. I have a lot to say about this, and this article does take the position that I know many of you also hold in the Halloween fandom, which is, and again, I have no problem with it, but it's the view that Michael must die in Halloween Ends. And so I'm sure a lot of folks are in agreement with this article. And again, like I said, I completely respect it. I understand why someone might want to see that. For sure, I do see it. However, I'm going to look at this from a different point of view. So first, I want to discuss, what do we know about, the shape in Michael Myers from Halloween 78 and the new trilogy? Well, number one, we know that he's more than human. I mean, if you don't want to say he's supernatural, that's fine, but you have to at least admit he's more than human. Whatever it is, it's more than human. I mean, he was shot 6 times. He walked away. Remember that in 78? And we've seen him attacked in the new trilogy. He gets up, he keeps going. I mean, he's definitely got something there that's fueling him, his ability to do these things. That's more than human. And he also has extreme strength. I mean, I remember how he was able to stab Bob through the kitchen pantry door in Halloween 78 and just hung him there. I mean, that's tremendous amount of strength. And remember, he also carried Judith Myers' headstone by himself upstairs he got it from the graveyard, took it upstairs And that's not a light little piece of cardboard. This is a headstone. Pretty significant size one too. And, another example in Kills, he lifts the firefighter up into the air with the firefighter having his gear on, I might add, which adds even more weight to him. But these things are not normal things. These are not things that your normal, typical Joe can just go do. All right, that's just not. Now, number 2 we know about Michael is that he is the shape. He can literally vanish and appear seemingly against the laws of physics. It seems that way. Look no further than when he appeared behind Karen to kill her and close out Halloween Ends. He just has a way of doing that. And then finally, he is pure evil. Dr. Loomis laid it all out. Michael is pure evil. He has the darkest eyes, the devil's eyes. How much is left of his actual humanity? It seems to be very little, if any. So based on these 3 facts about Michael that we know, I suggest that it's almost going to be a letdown or a disappointment if he were to die. I believe that what possesses him is just what Loomis described as pure evil. Evil is immaterial. It exists as a corruption of what is good. That's what evil is. It's not a tangible thing you pick up and touch. Hey, I'm going to go pick up a suitcase of evil and bring it home. That's not how it works. Evil, by its very nature, is immaterial and intangible. It's non-physical. Therefore, even if the body of Michael were to die, the physical body, the evil that possessed him and made him the shape will still live because, again, it's immaterial. It is spiritual, not physical. Now, that non-physical evil that made him who he is will still live on and will likely possess another vessel. Another person will be inhabited by the evil. So to sum this up, even if Michael dies physically, his spirit and essence will remain very much alive. And regarding some of the comments the writer made about how Lori getting a happy ending, I don't think she's getting a happy ending. I have been saying since all this thing started that I don't believe that's going to happen. I think Lori is absolutely going to die in Halloween Ends. I think she's 100% going to die in this movie. And as the closer we get to it, and again, there's no trailers out yet as of today, but I will tell you this: as I get closer to that release date, I'm really starting to like the idea that Michael's is the only one that survives. That everybody dies but Michael. I really would not be surprised to see that. And so we'll have to see how it goes. But this idea of Jamie having this walk away ending, I love the idea, but I do not expect to see it happen. Not at all. All right, guys. Well, listen, I want to know now what you think about this article. What do you think about whether or not Michael should die in Halloween Ends or not? Let me know your thoughts, opinions, and your ideas right now in the comments section below. Excuse me, so we can talk about it and engage in some discussion. Well, guys, that's going to be it for this update, but I'll be back soon with more Halloween Ends and other horror movie content. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, this is Craven Something Scary, where it's all horror all the time. Thanks for watching.